Hey guys, it's Jessica and I am back with another video, and this time I am back to share what I made using up an entire paper pack of 12 by 12 paper. And the collection I used was this What's Cooking by Country Craft Creations. I absolutely love this company and this store. This is not a sponsored post at all, but excuse me, if you're ever in the northern Utah area, these guys have a brick and mortar store and it's so much fun to go to. I will tag their YouTube down below because they do a lot of really cool mini albums and they'll use their own paper. So they do design and print their own paper that you can buy in their store. You can also buy it online. This one I happened to get in their store when I was there probably 6 months ago. It has 24, it had 24 pieces of paper, and that included, I think, yeah, it was 2 pages of tags and like ephemera type pieces that you could cut out that look exactly like this down here. And I actually saved this because I think I'm going to cut these out and still use these. But other than that, like, this is literally all I have left. I used every single scrap I could, and I ended up having to go and get additional sheets of paper to finish the project. So initially what I thought is, okay, I think there's about 8 different main patterns that I really like. And I'm going to use those 8 patterns to just create traveler's notebook covers. So let me see how many I can get out of that. So because the micro notebooks are so small, you can get 1 cover out of a 6x6. So I ended up doing 32 traveler's notebooks. And let me tell you, it was a lot to do. At first I was so excited and like really loved the project. And then I had to take a break because it became overwhelming. And then I pulled out some of these organization baskets. Let me see if yeah, so just exactly like this. And these are all my books that, like, there's duplicates, so I felt like there's no reason to show you every single book, but I pulled out these and I separated them, into categories of just the covers, just the notebooks, and then all of the, I made folders as well, and then all of the decorative pieces. So I had 4 baskets and I just had them organized in that way. And then that became a little bit more manageable and I was able to get all 32 done. So I'm actually going to be listing these in my Etsy store. The last 3 that I did a video about and posted in my Etsy, they sold really quickly and they all went to just one person. And then I got some messages of like, hey, where are those? So I really wanted to get more done. And then I figured if they don't sell, like, this is a really great start to my craft fair preparedness that I will be doing a video on soon as well. So let me show you what I have and explain how they're going to be listed in my Etsy store. So there are, let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. There are 13 different covers to pick from. And I know that's a little bit weird because I said I took 8 pieces of paper, but those 8s were double-sided. So I kind of just went off of the paper I liked the most and created 13 different covers. And I have labeled them A through M. And so that's how they will be listed in my Etsy, is based off the cover. Do you like cover A? Do you like cover B, cover C, etc.? After that, the insides are all going to be different because, right, they can't be the exact same because I was trying to use up the paper. But once you see all of these, then you'll get a really great idea of what they're going to look like on the inside, and they'll all be very, very similar. It's just that the exact same book that I'm showing you now may not be the exact same book you order from that cover, just because the insides are going to be a little bit different. I really hope that makes sense, but and you'll probably see as I go through here. So let's start with book A, and this is the cover. And I'll do a walkthrough of just book A, and then I'll just show you the covers of the remainders, and maybe do a couple flip throughs, but then you'll have a great idea of what they all are. So these are, once again, the Micro Traveler's Notebooks. They are, I think, let me grab this so I can give you exactly. They are about 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So all of them are going to have this beaded dangle. I actually got these off of Amazon and I will link them down below. I really, really liked them. It came in like a whole bunch of different colors and they were really cost effective. And then the rickrack, the ribbon, like the trims, I will point out, have all been from the like thrift store or like the vintage trims that I have been doing videos on that I have been hauling. This elastic is elastic that I shared in a haul video that I got from a creative reuse store, and it like didn't even make a dent. So I made 32 books and it didn't even make a dent in my spool. So it's kind of awesome that it's gonna last me quite a while. But this is cover A. It has the Baked with Love, and then this is some of the vintage rickrack that I got. It is laminated. And on the inside here, you have a cover, and this is once again some vintage rickrack. And then I have a cut apart here from, I believe it's KB and Friends, or it's a printable. It's not from the paper collection, it's a printable. And so the printables are all gonna be different. And then it has 3 notebooks and 1 folder. And in the notebooks, they all are going to have some sort of trim. So this is not vintage trim. This is some pom-pom trim from my stash that I got off of Amazon. So I kind of did a mix and match of like the vintage stuff and the not vintage stuff. And there are 10 folded sheets, so it's 20 pages per book. And then you'll see that some of the notebooks have like these little tabs that I made using all of the scraps that I had left, and then some of the scrap ribbon I had when I trimmed down my tags. And then they all are going to have one of these bow paper clips. I also got these from Amazon and can link those for you. And then here is another notebook, and this is vintage rickrack. So I can tell you anything that's rickrack is vintage. And then I would add a little sticker here. And then in one of the notebooks, I would emboss one of the little papers, just like on a corner, using this vintage embosser thing I got in a haul video. And then it goes to the folder, and then it will have a cut apart with some ribbon, and then it will have a tag that matches the paper collection. And then it goes into the last notebook, and they all will also come with a gold binder clip. So this is cover A. And let's see, this will be cover B. And this is just, I left some of the, you'll notice that some of them, so on cover A, I have two available of cover A. On cover B, I have 4 because I left the covers, I loved the paper so much that I wanted 4 of just the plain paper. The only difference between, so there's 2 of them that will have the pink rickrack and 2 of them that have like white and red rickrack, but that's the only difference between the 2. And then again, it's all set up the same. So 4 for cover B, 2 for cover A. I have 2 for cover C. This one says memories are made in the kitchen. Again, the dangle and exact same setup, exact same layouts, and they all have the same. So there's another like embossed page, if you can see that, with the vintage, I can't remember what this thing is called. They used it to notarize. Oh, a seal. It's an embossed seal. So that is cover C, and I have 2 of those. And then this is cover D, and I have 4 of them. However, 3 are going to be the normal price as all the rest of these, and one of them is going to be at a discounted rate, so I'm going to have that as a separate listing. And the reason why is because this dang book, I ended up wrinkling the back. So I will have 2 books that are under like a discounted rate, and they're not going to be discounted like that much because this was still a lot of work. And honestly, like, this wouldn't bother me if I bought it, but I do want to be very upfront and honest. They'll be listed separately. So this is one of them. And I love this paper. It's like a vintage cherry pie. And then on the inside is, once again, all the same. We got the bows, the bow paperclip, the embossed pages, the ephemera, and the washi, and a sticker. So that is cover D. So we'll have 3 that are normal, and I have 1 that has that wrinkle issue. And then cover E, I have 2 of them. It has this like KitchenAid and bowl set, which is a little bit funny because I don't know if they had KitchenAids 20 years ago, 30 years, maybe they did, or I guess it would be, what, now 40 years ago? And then all of that. So cover E, I have 2 of those. Cover F, I have 2 of, and it's just the yellow gingham with the woman on the front who is writing out a list. And I actually did have someone ask me, like, I love these, but what would you ever use them for? And me, I would use them for all sorts of things. I would use them for, I am a perpetual list maker. So I'd use them for that. I'd use them to write down things. Like, I have so many craft ideas that occur to me when I'm driving in the car. So I would use this to write down those ideas. I'd use it to write my grocery list. I would use it to write down, things I need to remember for my daughter's schools, all of that. Like, I feel like the possibilities are endless, and they're super cute. So why not? So that's cover F. I have 2 of them. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And yes, I don't know the alphabet until I say it out loud to myself, which is kind of embarrassing. This is cover G. This just has the what's cooking on there, and all the same setup with the notebooks, ephemera, and folder. 2 of cover G. Cover H. So this is the other one where cover H will have 1 that's in the normal listing with the normal prices and 1 that is discounted. So this is going to just be the normal one. It has a cute woman on there with some baking stuff and an old beater, like an egg beater, and then the fridge and all the same setup. And then cover H is going to have a discounted one. And the reason being is, so I put the charm on the front of this one because the spine, I was not paying attention and put my spine way too far to the side. It's clearly not affecting how the book works. It only affects how it looks on the outside. So this one will be a discounted. Okay, so that is cover H. Cover I have 4 of these. And this is because I loved the, like, it reminds me of, I think it's supposed to be like vintage Pyrex. And then on the insides. So the paper that's on the insides of the books will all kind of rotate. Like the covers and the notebooks will all rotate between these patterned papers that you see up here and down here. And then let me find one where I did have to pull in some other paper. So let's see, that was cover I, and I have 4 of those. And then J, I have 2 of. Yeah, so down here, so this is some additional paper I had to bring in. And This one doesn't have any of the other paper, but. So that is cover J, 2 of those. So I have been asked if I was going to sell these in a craft fair, what I would sell them for, and it's the exact same price I'd sell them for on my Etsy, just so you guys know. Cover K, I have 2 of these. I loved this one so much, but I loved the backside too. That's why I couldn't have 4 of these, but just all the same. Okay, so that is H-I-J, so that's K. And then cover L, let me put this, let's do H-I-J, so that was J, okay. This is cover L, I have 2 of them, and it says Kiss the Cook. And then, oh, and here's the other paper I had to bring in, which I thought it did really well, matched it really well. So that is L, 2 of those, and then M. I have 2 of these. And it is just a woman on the front who is holding ice cream, frozen peas, orange juice, and like a tray of other stuff. And then, again, all the same setup. So that is it for my share today. I don't think I'll be making 32 of these all at once again. It was pretty dang time consuming, and my kitchen table turned into an absolute wreck for about 4 or 5 days. But yeah, so these are already listed in my Etsy. If you guys have any other questions on these, please feel free to let me know down below, and thank you so much for being here.